Aries, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. We're using the Goddess Tarot deck today. Love it. What's going on, please, for the Aries Collective? Show me. Show me, Aries, please. What is going on for Aries? What's going on for Aries, please? What's going on for Aries, please? Two more. Okay. What's going on? Dead center reading. Transformation. Death. You want some Scorpio in your chart. Could be connecting to one. Okay. What's in the challenge position? Justice. Sense of balance. Is something fair? Is it not fair? Something has come to an end that you believe is not fair. Okay, I think. Let's keep going. What is above you? Unseen influences. The Prince of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. Small love. Small heart space. I don't know. Relevant past. Nine of Cups. Personal happiness. You knew how to make yourself happy. You gotta trust that. If you knew how to do it once, you can do it again. What is exiting? Power. Aries energy. You. Control. Sense of stubbornness. Things must move this way. The warrior goddess Freya. Interesting. Very interesting. A part of yourself that no longer applies, perhaps. Which you've always assumed was part of your power, perhaps isn't. Perhaps you are transforming, my love. Immediate future. Truth. But nothing but the truth. Ace of Swords. An undisputed truth, something that you know to be true and act upon with conviction. Okay? Your strength. Tradition. Hierophant energy. Going to that, back to that place of these are my standards, these are my traditions, these are my norms. Okay, it's a place of orientation, and these are my boundaries. These are my restrictions. These are my rules. These are my spiritual beliefs. Okay, and then some of you also just in reflection of family time as we enter the holidays. I'm surprised I'm not seeing the Hierophant more often, to be honest with you, as he does represent that kind of family gathering under the traditions and normatives of celebrations, what we would call holidays, patterns, that kind of thing, stuff that we all adhere to from time to time. I don't know, but that's interesting. You're showing me a great deal of power, energy, a lot of it. Okay, but your strengths, I know who I am. I know what my spiritual beliefs are. I know what my boundaries are. Something like that. Getting back to basics, something like that. The environment, wisdom, excellent. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Well, you're just pulling out the red carpet today in tarot. Whoo-hoo-hoo. These are each other's divine counterparts. In the spiritual realm, the Hierophant, the enforcer here on planet Earth, because he says he knows based on tradition, the doctrine, dogma, the High Priestess. She doesn't need all that. She just says, I know. I feel it. I don't need it written down like you do, sir. I feel it. They're both spiritual beings. And ideally, they can work together. These are my standards, traditions, normatives, beliefs as I understand them and adhere to. These are my boundaries. This is my spiritual calling. This is my way of life. This is my higher self here on planet Earth. This is our internal GPS system. It's the one that says, Aries, go that way. Aries, something doesn't feel right. Aries, that does feel right. She doesn't have the same scripture he does. She has her own way of speaking. But when these two work together, oh my. Your environment, steeped in intuition. Goodness me. Hopes and fears, waiting, expectation, Three of Wands, hope on the horizon. Looking outwards, looking back. I don't quite know what you're looking at, but we're going to take a look. Outcome, Eight of Cups. Having walked away or emotionally detaching from something or someone. Moving on as well, peacefully, okay, without a fuss or a fight. We shall see. You've already shown me transformation. Let's start right there. Show me. A lot of spiritual energy here. So if 8 of Cups is your outcome, then I believe it's correct. You're showing me a lot of spiritual energy here. In terms of I know something is right, and I also feel it too. Show me transformation, please, for Aries. Which one? Getting both. Show me transformation, please. Show me transformation. Show me transformation. Show me transformation. Show me transformation, please. Show me transformation, please. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, action, swift, 5 of Cups. There's been a growing imperative need in you to take action for some time, something that causes you pain in the heart space. Let's just make it clear. It's been growing within you, some of you, given the Knight of Swords, the fastest moving knight, one of the fastest. There's been a growing seed and it's getting bigger. And it feels like it's acting faster, like it's upon you. This realization, this idea. That something here is causing you pain and you need to do something about it. You either have or you're about to. Okay? Communication here that also might have been upsetting and or disturbing. That puts you in a position of taking action because it hurts you. Okay? Pages often, they're just meant to be that, pages. They're heralds. They bring news. All they're meant to do is carry information, you know. And sometimes we put way too much in them. Or not enough. The way you're reacting there with the Knight of Swords, you acted swiftly because something hurts you. And it could have come in the form of a message. And it puts you in mind of transformation or death. Of whatever this is. Communication can wreak so much havoc, but it's often the solution. It depends on what's being communicated and who's on the other end of it. Regardless if it was a message or not, I see it was a growing thing anyway. To take care of something, to deal with something that has been causing you pain. You have that need in you, honey, that inherent need. Take action, do something about it. I got to do something about it. And that pain's been there for a while with the 5 of Cups. Typically has time built into it of its own type. It's emotional pain that carries on. And it's like a fresh reminder of whatever it is that prompted you to take action or is prompting you to take. I can't tell if you have or you haven't done something yet, but it's looking like you're on the verge of it if you haven't already. There's something here that keeps prodding a wound, and it's a reminder continuously of the disappointment. I don't know what it is, but it hurts you enough so that you are thinking about taking action as death, transforming, or ending something. Justice, fair. We're going to talk about the fairness of the thing. It's in the challenge position. Fair or not fair. Fair or not fair. You want to add some Libra in your chart, in which case I would suggest you would check theirs out. Not the one that's upcoming, I haven't done it yet. The one I did last, no, was it? Perhaps that was their full reading or their mid-month, once they knew something to be true, they acted upon it, and it was very strong, extremely strong. So again, if you have Libra in your chart, you might want to check out the last mid-month, I think. Show me justice, please, in the challenge. Show me justice. Show me justice, please, in the challenge. There's a page from somebody important. Show Show me justice, please. The Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Swords. It's a space in you that's been trying to open up for a long time. There's been pain riding around in your heart for a long time, okay? And we've been trying to open up towards it. And this sense of right and wrong has... Seeking justice in yourself, understanding the balance in yourself has been in the challenge. What is right for you, what is wrong for you, if we're doing the nuts and bolts. Okay. What is right for you, what is wrong for you? There is clearly pain in your heart when it comes to someone else. And it's kind of like you're overdue for looking at it, but also it keeps getting prompted over and over again. The pain in your heart keeps getting prompted, okay? And we're overdue to opening up and away from it. You're not showing yourself justice by not addressing the problem. That's the point. Justice is in the challenged position. What's right for you and what isn't. And the more we kind of continue to ignore the pain, try to clean it up, take action towards it, transform it, when it won't transform, the message doesn't change, therefore the pain doesn't change, the more we continue to cause ourselves a form of injustice by not opening up to the truth, okay? You tend to personify very strong Fool energy, and I've always said that about Aries. You're not just the Emperor, you're also the freshness. You are the first. In the zodiac calendar, you are actually the first to be born. You both have the stubborn ass insistence of someone who is correct, but you also have the impatience of the newborn. You are both. There's a wound in you that continuously gets prompted, poked. And I know you rush in there, you try to fix it, you try to transform it real quick, but then it gets poked again. And it's a long-standing thing. Your spiritual energy says it's going to continue to not feel correct because it's not until you open up to the truth of it. Where the pain is coming from, you're trying to transform something that won't transform. The communication or the action won't change. It keeps coming back or dialing in as wrong or incorrect. So that's why some of you have done something to end it, or you're still in this process of trying to transform it and haven't concluded an ending yet. Let's carry on. I can't quite tell where you are. Some of you don't know where you are either, but I do know this. You're creating in this space of refusing to look at the pain and why it keeps happening despite your efforts to make something else come out of something that isn't there. So it's like, we're trying to transform. Knight of Swords is communication as well as action. We keep trying to shove something into a category that it isn't, or trying to make a message or an action something that it isn't. And every time you get proof of it, it hurts you. You try to transform it again. It's not working. And how long this has been going on, I don't know. The Wheel of Fortune. But the Fool is here saying, I probably should have opened up to the truth of this a long time ago. It hurts. And I'm creating a space for me to treat myself unjustly. Okay. Page of Cups is hovering. I got pages. I got pages here causing problems. Show me this Page of Cups, please. Too many people rely on little forms of communication to carry way too much balance, weight, meaning, context, etc. It just, you know, they can't possibly contain all our truths, ideas, and feelings, and yet that's exactly how much we assign those poor guys. I mean, honey, they can only carry so much mail, you know. The Page of Cups, show me that Page of Cups, please, is the unseen influence, and what's hovering around this whole thing is something so small, but it has a lot of power to hurt you. Repeatedly. Page of Cups, so let's see how much this page is packing. Show me this Page of Cups, please. We're trying to. Show me this Page of Cups, please. Three of Wands. Expectation. Hanged Man. The Magician. It's, we're oh man, this fucking sucks. This fucking sucks. It sucks. It sucks. And I'm trying to find a way to say this that doesn't piss you off. Aries, honey, I have a huge respect for your energy. I know I've got rising and moon placements in Aries that makes my stuff just over the top extra sometimes. So when I tell you let me preface this. When I tell you I understand this, I fucking understand this. I respect your energy. I know where it's coming from. I know what's happening a little bit here, yeah. You want more from the messages than what you're receiving. And it never lives up to what you want. That's why it's causing you pain. That's why instead of saying like, okay, this is causing me pain, and expressing that, you try to transform the messages, try to work with it, try to compromise with it. Oh, it didn't mean that, or it did mean this, or it didn't mean that. I'm going to fix that real quick. Okay, but the thing is, the fix doesn't take. Okay? It's never the message you want. It's never the size that you want. That page is never bearing the information that you want. Never mind the expression that you want. I don't know what the expression is that you're looking for, but I am going to go ahead and take a guess that it has to do with feeling, caring, sincerity, because it's a cup, not the pentacle. You want more emotional construct within the messages that you are receiving from somebody. You wait for them, and once you get them, they fall flat. You want there to be, and you've assigned, I've done this too. Again, I understand. You want more from your messages. You're not getting it. So you excuse it. You say, oh no, it's not that. It's not a problem. Yes, it is. It's a problem. It's a problem. I see that you try to address it. You make attempts to address it. You've always tried to address it. You try to transform it, but the transformation won't stick. The messages are never right. They're never on time. And they never convey the feeling that you want from the receiving end. And it is feeling. It's a feeling thing, honey. It's a Page of Cups. It's as small as you can possibly make it, but you still want some feeling in there. That's not happening. And the timing's all fucked up too. The timing's never right. It never comes in on time. And by the time you get it, it's disappointing because it's always flat. It's always flat. The timing's always off. That's here. The way you react to it suggests it hurts you first. First of all, by how long it took. He's the slowest page. Bless him. He's slow. He's sincere, but he's slow. And the Wheel of Fortune, that's a long-standing pain. Literally, I can't make that up. It's a long-standing pain. And it's been there. And every time you do this little message dance with somebody or whatever the hell, it hurts you. And your blessed full energy, which is very natural to who you are, wants you to open up to this. You know, it's Three of Wands, Hangman, the Magician. You always want more and don't get more. Whatever message it is you're looking for, it's never right, it's never on time, and it never feels right. So you do try to transform it, you try to work with it, but it doesn't stick. It never sticks. It's still never the message you want. It's still never the words you want. It's never the action you want either. And it causes you pain. It causes you pain to work with what isn't there. You know, like I said, I understand. I do. I don't know on the other receiving end of things if they get it or if they just don't give a fuck or if they're just sloppy. I don't know. But it's kind of like your reaction to it is, man, you should fucking know how to talk to me by now. You should fucking know how to communicate with me by now. It's kind of like that. The thing is that they don't. They either don't care or they're really fucking sloppy. And every time you try to teach them or show them how to talk to you or act towards you, it doesn't take. I don't know what's worse, that they're perpetually sloppy and refuse to learn, or they just don't give a fuck. I don't know. I just see your reaction to it. Because you just want so little. You want so little. You want so little. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. You want so little. The Nine of Cups in your relevant past. I know you know how to make you happy. Okay? I know you know how to make you happy. Nine of Cups. I know you know how to make you happy. You might have forgotten it, gotten yourself wrapped up into a bunch of low-level bullshit. You know, it's easy to do, especially when we want more, we're not getting it, and we feel like we could, but there's no proof of it. Nine of Cups. I know you know how to make yourself happy. This is self-pleasure, you know. I know what works for me. I know what pleases me. I know what puts a smile on my face. I know what makes Aries Aries, right? Nine of Cups, please. Three of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Death. There it is again. Death twice. You have been thinking for a while. I told you this was not overnight. Your actions might look like they're overnight. They're not. No, baby, this has been cooking. I can't make this up, honey. You're showing me transformation. It's been with you for a while. That it's probably in your best interest. Nine of Cups. I know what's right for me. I know what pleases me. To block this, whatever this is. Friend. Whatever this is. Block it, kill it. Both. I don't know. It's occurred to you in your opening. And many times before this day. Many times. I told you imagine this. Imagine a little punch in the heart. Okay? And that keeps happening. Over how long? That's why I say my motto to the day I die, it's the little things. It will. Oh, do you know why? Because the big things will always resolve themselves. The little things that people neglect, ignore, or act like they don't give a shit about is what adds up and really hurts people at the end of the day. And I'll tell you why. The little things tell you about someone's intentions. It's not the big things. The big things always resolve. And yeah, it sucks when your person's not there for the big things either. Of course, that's even more detrimental. But I'm talking, it's about the little things that hurt the most, because when you add those little things up over time, and you see how much damage they cause, and how neglected it is, and how did I not see this? That takes a hell of a lot more of a toll on someone, mentally and emotionally. And I've seen it, and I've seen it in my professional work with people over the years, and in life and in general. You don't need to be a tarot reader. It's the little things. And we can't even get pages right. Yeah. It's like getting little punches in the heart every time they fail to communicate on time or in the right way or in the way that you want, had hoped, or expected. And I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know what's worse. Someone who refuses to learn to communicate with you properly, or they just don't... It's sloppy. Or they're just sloppy. And it's still, they refuse to learn. And it's just the littlest thing. You're not asking for much. So when I tell you it's in your best interest and you've always known what makes you happy, that it kind of makes you happy now at this point to maybe block this person, because that's how bad it's gotten, because that's how many times they hit you in little ways in the heart that says that they're not interested, they're not invested, and they don't give a shit, right? That's the little things I'm talking about that turns out they're not so little. How someone treats you is how they feel about you. If they constantly neglect your communication and they act like they don't care, or they're not really interested, or they don't remember the little things, guess what? That's what you're working with. So when I tell you I'm looking at an Aries who says, you know what? Was I really asking for that much? I don't think I was. I don't think I was asking for a lot. Maybe I should block this. That's who I'm talking to today. Emperor, Aries, exiting parts of you, or what you thought was parts of you. Show me the Emperor. Now that's fascinating. That's fascinating. What is the Emperor here? Could be dealing with fellow Aries. I have heavy Scorpio energy here. Doesn't have to be. It's about the energetic exchange. This either fits you or it doesn't, so take what resonates. If it does not, reverse energies as it applies, always. Show me power. Show me Freya. Exiting energy, please. Exiting energy, please. Exiting energy, please. Exiting energy, please. Exiting. I don't know why I'm focusing so hard. The energy is pulling me in this direction. What? Swift, 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 swift. What is this? Why is the power exiting? Ace of Wands is in reverse. Six of Swords is in reverse. Three of Cups is in reverse. Wow. I had this upside down, didn't I? I typically don't read this deck upside down, but it came out upside down. You wish you could take it all back. Okay. You, Aries, you personally wish you could take it all back. It's running in the reverse. I never read that deck in the downright. Unless it flies out that way, then I'm obligated to take it that way. Otherwise, I don't read that in the reverse. It came out that way upside down for a reason. Your exiting energy is in the past, wishes it never was. That you could take it all back. You wish you could take the passion back that you had for this person. You wish you could take the connectivity back. Three of Cups. And Six of Swords is in the reverse. You wish you had moved away from this a long time ago. You wish you hadn't moved towards it at all. That's coming from you. I know it's legit. So it's not really you that's exiting. It's parts of you that have to do with this connection. It's kind of like, I wish I could take it all back, but I can't. I wish I'd never shown this person passion or my interest or my inspiration. I wished I had never connected with them. Three of Cups. And I wished I had never came towards them at all. I would take it all back if I could. If it was in the upright, the alternative interpretation, exiting energy, your power energy, the Emperor, what's exiting for you are very similar concepts. I'm losing my passion for this person. I'm losing my passion to connect with this person, and I'm thinking about moving away from all this. But it came out like this. It's kind of like it's in the exiting position. I wish I hadn't at all. Never given this person my attention. Even a little bit of connectivity, and I wished I'd never moved towards them. Whatever that means to you. Inspiration, hope. It's not just passion, it's not just sex. For fire signs, if you don't have this for somebody, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got a chance. If a fire sign ain't lit up for you, it's not going to happen. This is a privilege, as fire signs are concerned. If I have an Ace of Wands for you, you should respect it. That means you light me up. I see things in you I don't see in anyone else. You inspire me. I know it's more than just my dick or my vagina. Right? It's in the past, flowing backwards. I wished I had never. Or I wish I could take it back. Regardless, even if that energy was in the upright, it would still be exiting from you for this situation. The desire to connect, to see that passion and inspiration, to move away from it all, regardless. So it's more like in the past reflection, I wished I had never. You still remain you, but it's very personal to you. This is me. I wished I had never. Fair. Fair enough. I tell you, you've been thinking about killing this for a while, baby. Ace of Swords. I understand. I understand, I do. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. Your particular truth. Following your particular truth. All right. I know, and this is normal, this is natural, but we can't stay there. I know you know. This isn't going to help us. I understand. I wished I had never. I understand. But we can't stay in that Aries. You know better. Do you know who you are? The Emperor knows that kind of thinking isn't going to play. Not in the long term. At the end of the day, the Emperor still demands results. He's got shit to do. So, yes, by all means, mourn this, regret it, say what you need to say. It's a truth. I honor your truth. You should always honor the truth in tarot. That's the whole fucking point of real tarot. But you can't stay there. You can't stay there. It's not going to help you. It's natural. It's normal. You're always entitled to your feelings. Always. When you love someone, you love them. When you hate them, you hate them. Right or wrong. It is what it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be feeling it. That's it. It's what you do with it that counts. Okay? So you staying in this mourning period of a wished I had never is not going to help you. You're going to feel it. Don't wallow in it. I know you know better. Ace of Swords, please. Ace of Swords. Show me that Ace of Swords, please. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. You blocked it. You made a decision. Okay. Okay. You made a decision. It's looking like you followed through with it. I don't know that you killed the connection. That was one of the things that was on your mind. Total, if I can't transform it, and you've tried that, you at least tried transformation in communication with this person, possibly action. The transformation wouldn't take. So it's like, if I can't transform it, I'm going to block it. Right? I understand. And it's someone whom we've identified as a Three of Pentacles. In other words, it won't take off. It won't go beyond a Three of Pentacles. This containment of friendship, whatever this is. And it's looking like you made the decision, and it was one that was coming from a rational space, and you, here's the lines of the communication. The truth is you understand it. I understand the truth. Here are my lines of communication. I am officially blocking the lines of communication. Okay? And it came from a rational space. It might have been harsh. It might have been swift. But you made a decision. You made a decision as best you understood. I don't think you killed it, but you blocked the communication. You blocked it. Okay? Whether or not it's fully dead, I do not know. It's kind of like I tried to transform it, Christina. I tried to transform it. I tried to change how we talk to each other. I tried to change and interpret the meanings correctly, or help show them the meanings and interpretation, but it won't fucking take. I understand. And it's like you were asking for so little, and like I said, it's the little things. Was I really asking for all that much? You know? The answer is no, you weren't. I know. But honey, I guess, what are you going to do? Someone has to give what they want of their own free accord. They have to speak for themselves, or not, of their own free will. They have to act in accordance with it. So while you're showing me patience and waiting and trying to transform it without killing it, that tricky business, I mean, a lot of time has passed like this. So much so that you wished you had never, and that's pretty severe. If Aries gets to that point of I wished I had never, it's been going on a long time. And all you wanted was more effective communication and action, more sincerity. That's all. As far as I can tell. Now, your strengths, tradition. Are we switching? Yes. You know what, baby? Tell you what you're going to do. You're going to finish out this year, whatever the fuck is left of it, November, December, this is what you're going to do. And I'm going to do New Year's readings. I'm going to do those. I'm excited for those this year. You're going to finish this year out, learn what you need to learn, do what you need to do. Whether or not you fully adhere to the blockage, I don't know. If it's fully dead, I don't know. Right now, I just see that you have a particular course of conclusion that you seem to be comfortable with. Okay. It was done so swiftly. You might have been a dick. You might have been a bitch. I don't know. But it's kind of like, this is what I need to do. And given what you were asking for was so little, I can kind of see how it was easy for you to shut down, to be honest. You know, it actually makes sense. Because it makes sense. Show me the Hierophant, please. Show me tradition. Show me the Hierophant. Show me tradition, please. Show me tradition, please. Show me the tradition, please. And your strengths. Show me the tradition. Show me tradition, please. And your strengths. These are my rules. These are my traditions. These are my spiritual beliefs, right? The Empress. The Ten of Cups. I'll tell you what I want. You're going back to traditional values, whatever that means to you, in terms of I'm going to blast myself open to true love, harmony, someone who doesn't get hung up on expressions and I don't know where that came from, honey, but bam. Whoa. Do a time check on that. Wow. Wow. You went from, I'm struggling just to communicate with you, to marriage, happy spouse, love, romance. So you're either going back to those principles of, I want a traditional relationship, one that actually opens up to me, that I can have feelings with. Wow. So you're either going back to that and that's your goal, like I'm going back to my traditions and beliefs, one that I can adhere to, ones that make sense to me, someone who can actually commit to emotional expression, emotional harmony, and someone who actually wants to build a fucking life, the Empress. Because I'm productive, I'm beautiful, and I got a lot of love to give. Yes, you do. So you're either going back to this, or you found somebody real quick. I could also do a time check and see you doing this in a couple of years. So let's just hold on. Let's hold on. I gotta bridge that, honey. I gotta, like I said, in time. Timber is like, Aries, honey, hold on. In time. In time. You're like, what? I'm the Emperor. I know what I'm doing. I know. But you also thought you knew what we were doing with this person too. So let's calm down. All right? I understand that was not a knock. It's just, you kept at this for a long time. So I see you swinging back real hard into, you know what, I have traditions and beliefs too. And it's time I got back in touch with them. I have standards for love and life too. I have standards for relationship too, and I want to get back to them. That's what I commit myself to. Those are my goals. And I see your goals and dedication right here. So this is either someone in reality that you will be committed to under, this is strong commitment. That's marriage. Okay. This is our significant other right there, who we have a life with and we commit to under the full banner and weight of the Ten of Cups that is emotional harmony. Plus, you know, hey, I love you. Ten of Cups isn't like a I love you every day thing. This is operational. Do you know that? Ten of Cups is operational energy. You just exist under the banner of Ten of Cups because you've achieved it with somebody. This is the actual upkeep of your Ten of Cups. This is saying actively, I love you, and all these other lovely things to maintain that Ten of Cups. People can thrive under a Ten of Cups so long as somebody's communicating effectively their feelings. This just exists. It exists because this is spoken, and we thrive under it. But people take their Ten of Cups for granted. It is very easy to establish a Ten of Cups with somebody. The biggest challenge people have is maintaining it. And it's like, you couldn't even get a fucking page of cups with this person. Never mind maintenance of emotional harmony. Right? It's like you were struggling just to get a little bit of cup from this person. A little bit of emotions. This is, oh, we're doing quite well and thriving. So, can't wait to check that out for you. You're either very strongly committed to somebody in future, or you just go back to your traditions and your beliefs and you say, this is my goal in future, okay? Going into a real relationship that has real substance and has real quality of life in it and real quality of love that is easily, openly expressed and maintained. And then also, P.S., I get to have them. You know what I mean? Like, we're not arguing over basic communication principles. We're just fucking living it. We're living it up, right? The High Priestess is in your environment. Show me the High Priestess, please. What's your intuition telling you? Show me the intuition, please. Show me the intuition, please. Time healing, time healing, time healing. Yes, Temperance, I agree. It begins now, I believe, in Sagittarian season. Show me the High Priestess, please. Show me the High Priestess, please. Four Swords, Rest, Page of Cups, Quiet, Four of Pentacles. You're refraining from any communication with that person. You're still contemplating on it, which means you haven't let it go. You haven't let it go because you're still thinking about it. That's okay. I'm not going to give you shit for that particular Four of Pentacles. That's because you're using it as a working knowledge. Good. In other words, you're learning. You are intuitively now looking at these kind of little pages here about what you can learn from it, and good. If you were going to hold on to something, if you were going to hold on to peanuts, honey, and you ain't going to the circus, if you were going to hold on to so little, you need to be asking yourself, why did they do that? Why? And it's going to come from an intuitive place, and you're going to get intuitive answers. You're going to start to feel your way around the edges about what happened, why, how long it went on, and how did you develop that holding pattern? Why did you participate in it? Why did you allow yourself to accept that from them? What was going on there? What was really going on with you? Okay? You're going to think about that little Page of Cups, how little you were asking, how long you were asking for it, how long you held on to that. And you're going to think about all this very, very quietly. Quiet. You can't get much more quiet than the Four of Swords and the High Priestess. Very quiet. And you're looking at yourself for answers, but you're doing so in a way that says, I'm going to take my time. And I'm going to work this shit out. Three of Wands is in your hopes and fears. Hopes and fears, hopes and fears. Three of Wands looking out on the horizon. Looking out on the horizon. Show me that Three of Wands, please. 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 King of Swords. Eight of Cups. You made the declarative. Okay. All right. You've made the declarative that you're going to remain emotionally detached from any sort of sense of false hope. I agree with this. I completely agree with that decision. I do agree. Three of Wands can be such a bitch in terms of false hopes and expectations. It's one thing to look out on the horizon because you really honestly believed that there are ships coming into port, like you knew they were coming. You had every reason to expect better days, or more this, or more that. And then there's another thing where it's like, I'm just looking out for no reason. I hope one day something will show up. That's unreasonable hope, and that makes me nervous. I don't like it. You are remaining in a space of being emotionally detached from that particular situation. In other words, you're not looking towards it, and you don't want to, right? I don't want to look towards that, and I don't want false hope or expectations. I already did that with this person. Enough. Thank you very much. All right? We're going to focus our energies on the foundation, whatever that means to you. Your bedrock, your material world, your job, your community, family, friends. It's the tree of life, the roots that touch many. So you're going to remain in a space of being emotionally detached, more so from looking out for false hope. In other words, it's your fear. It's kind of a fear in you to look outwards and backwards towards this person, hoping one day something will miraculously come in. You're kind of cutting off any sort of feeling for that. And you're being a little hard on yourself. I understand why. You tend to take corrective actions very seriously. So when the Emperor understands he's swinging too hard in the wrong direction, once he catches on to it, you're like, oh no, you come this way now. So you are showing me corrective, strong-willed, which is you, corrective course of action. Don't look out there, Aries. Focus on what you do have, not what you don't. Okay, we're not trying to play mystery date. Stop looking out towards them. That's not going to help us. We need to focus on this. This, as we know, is real. This, well, this was folly, wasn't it? To get wrapped up and a bunch of pages. Too many people really think a relationship rides on low-level communication. Like I said, the pages can only carry so much weight, and you were asking for so little. Eventually, 2 + 2 is going to equal 4. A lot of people want it to add up to 3 or 5. That's just not how it works. You wanted this to add up to more, and it didn't. I got it. You're going to remain emotionally kind of detached from this, and that's a forcible will. That's forcible will. In other words, that tells me you have a tendency to emotionally pull in for this person. Okay. So you're swinging hard in the opposite direction. I understand. All right. 8 of Cups. The outcome, please. And keeping yourself emotionally distant. Like I said, I don't think you killed the connection. I think you just don't want to go back into it in terms of where it was. You thought about killing it. Well, transforming it. Tried to transform it. You did. Okay. But the transformation wouldn't take. For now, I see you remaining emotionally detached from it. Forcibly so. I just don't think you want to get drawn back into it, that's all. But I don't know that you want to kill it. For now, like I said, you just seem to understand that the communication has stopped. Okay. 8 of Cups, please. 8 of Cups, please. You're going to focus on what matters, the foundation. I'm very curious about that bit down there. I believe you're going to enter a phase of, this is what I'm going to aim myself for, traditional family values, okay, relationship, bare minimum, marital success. And I'm going to stick to that, where the love and the communication of it is expressed openly and freely. That seems to be your love goal, like a big one, and it's strong, and I hope that you succeed in it. Because, honey, if you're over here asking for pages and somebody can't even get that right. Chariot, the Fool, Judgment. Trust me, and the time is right, you will be in love again. You will be summoned forward. The messages will begin anew, hopefully in a way that's more positive and open to love, yeah. Okay, so when the timing is right, you are still remaining emotionally detached from whatever this situation is. You've already made that declarative with the King of Swords. When the timing is right, I don't know who is summoning you forward. I have no idea, but it's going to open up your Fool's journey once more, and it's going to be for the positive. I don't know who's calling you. I don't. But you are being summoned forward. And you're like, oh, and so the journey of love begins. And this time it looks like it's a real chance with the Chariot. Chariot doesn't fuck around with pages. He's like, I'm here. You know how you were struggling just to get little messages from this person? Oh. No. This guy, he doesn't use messages. He shows the fuck up. He's like, oh, I'm here. I know what I'm doing. I don't know who is heralding you, but it's a big announcement, and it will come in when the timing is right. I'm sorry, I wish I could understand more, but judgment is divine timing in this respect. It will be your choice, however, because judgment is both equal parts divinity as well as personal choice. It's looking like, however, your reaction, your personal choice is to open up to this. I don't know who's presenting themselves to you. I know what you want. I know what you want. You want something under traditional values, marriage, the whole thing. The whole kit and caboodle right here. Happy family, happy spouse, all of it. And you want it to be legit. You can't get much more legit than this. Okay. And it's looking like the venture will begin anew for you. When, I do not know. When the timing is right. You'll know. Because your spiritual self, as the Fool, will tell you to go towards it. I don't know who's calling you forward, but honey, when they hit fast. And it will be fast. Let's do a time check on that. Where are we on time? Speaking of, oh my God. This might be the fastest one I've ever done. I'm bewildered. Okay. Let's do this. This is fascinating. Back here, your Fool wanted you to open up to the truth. Now your Fool wants you to open up to love. Someone is presenting themselves to you. I don't know who it is. And I don't know when. But it's in that process of you sticking to that decision to keep yourself emotionally detached from this, not engaging in it, that this comes forward and presents itself. So I don't know when. I don't know. Let's take a look. Can I see more, please? I don't know. What you want is remarkably clear. And once you're clear with yourself what it is you do want versus what you don't want, things have a tendency to open up. And if you abide by your particular truth of blocking communication with this person, it's going to allow new energy to come towards you. That's absolutely true. I can't imagine that it's this person. I have no reason to believe it is. I just know that whoever comes barreling in, that's exactly it. They come barreling in fast with whole strength of heart. Like, I don't fuck around with koozies. Okay. I got a vehicle. I'm not fucking around with texts and emails. I'm here. I'm in person. It's quite the way they come riding in. I mean, I've seen the Chariot card thousands of times. Thousands. That one's quite declarative. That's probably the most pronounced Chariot I've seen in a long time. Is there anything else to this, please? The Magician. The Moon. 5 of Wands. No. You can't feel it yet. You can't feel the new opportunity yet. Your manifestation stuff is still under the waters. Okay. You can't feel it coming yet. When you get more and more of the fight out of you, and the frustration out of you, and the tension out of you, specifically the disappointment, the 5 of Cups, when you continue to work through your moon waters about manifestation, what you were bringing about, what you were engaging in, what you were allowing yourself to engage in, what you were allowing to self-accept, what it is you were trying, etc., etc. The faster you can process that crap, the sooner you can get to a truer calling. So that's an Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, that might be by next Pisces season. So that is late February to late March. Who is this? Can I get more on who this person is? Someone who understands pain like you do. Someone who understands disappointment like you. Someone who understands what it's like to kind of exist in that space of bewilderment with someone else. It's like you can't ever get on the same page. They understand that. They know what that's like. They know what it's like. They also know what it's like to focus on a 10 of Pentacles. They know what it's like to focus on a foundation. Someone who is also fed up with the idea of disappointment and people don't understand what I'm worth. And it's something like that. They have a full spirit too. And they also have a strong sense of what makes them happy. Just like you do. 9 of Cups and the Fool. They also tend to go towards their calling and what makes them happy. So this person has a similar background. They're also coming from a place of, I understand what it's like to be disappointed. I understand what it's like just to focus on my foundation in the absence of someone else being declarative or coming forward or constantly disappointing me, because they can't ever get their shit together. So the 4 of Cups is like, I can't emotionally get my shit together. We're never on the same page. They're like, yeah, I know what that's like too. I know what that's like to constantly be hurt and disappointed by someone who can never match up to me at the same place at the same fucking time. But I do know what it is to respect a foundation. I do know what it is to work hard for what I have. I do know what it is to take off on the fool's journey and be open to that just like you. And I also like to open up to the stuff that pleases me. So they have that kind of background that's similar to yours. I'm just getting personality stuff. They're going to tell you these things. Oh no, I know exactly what that's like. I know it's like, how can I have so much going on for me and then accept something like this? They're going to say something similar. Do they have a sign attached to them? Do they have a sign attached to them? Gemini. For some of you, it's Gemini, or it's another strong lover's union. Aquarius, Gemini, and then also Aquarius season, of course. Yes. You'll be speaking with this person, I believe, sometime at the start of the year. It will be a strong bond. 9 weeks, that does put us into Aquarius season, doesn't it? Gemini, Aquarius, possibly Pisces. And it doesn't have to be. Okay, yeah. Palm tree, stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, flexibility. Someone who's willing to grow but be flexible at the same time. That's all you want. Solidity, roots, okay. Family, strong love that is spoken freely and given freely. Healing your heart, yes, of course. You are healing from heartbreak, I've seen that. It felt like a relationship of addiction, something that was toxic, okay. That's what it says here. Freedom from toxic relationship or an addiction. It's you're healing your heartbreak. Talking. Yes. Talking, interested, conversing more. This is, yeah, I think those two are related. Always waiting for the message to arrive and it's never right. Text, call, email. In other words, small forms of communication. Pages, pages, pages. And, it's like, yes, I understand that we're interested to some degree, but nothing ever happens out of that, or nothing gets substantiated, something like that. And we want so much more because you have so much more roots to plant, or you already have rooted. Wedding rings. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Going back to traditional family values, possibly of marriage. Some of you are becoming more marriage-oriented or relationship-oriented in terms of, I'm sorry, I need to go back to shit that makes sense. Like, I see you, you see me, and we make a life together. I kind of remember that. I think I'm going to go back to that. Because whatever this is doesn't fucking make sense to me. It's kind of, it really has that kind of, like I said, you tend to swing hard, very much so in one direction. Once you realize your energy has been used or wasted or just put on a shelf, you tend to go, whoosh, I'm going to correct the course of that shit real quick. And it might take you a while. And when you swing, honey, Aries, you can swing hard. Who am I talking to? You know better than I do. Actually, I understand, because like I said, moon and rising, honey, when I swing hard, I can swing hard too. Let me tell you, it's like, oh, I was over here. That was stupid. Let me fix that shit real quick. Okay? So when I tell you, it's like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but this is what I want. Okay? And that's what you do. I mean, you're gonna, that's the direction you're headed in, and good. The more you know that, the more you will put, okay. I hate that one. I hate this one the most. But you probably already knew this. You probably already knew this. Keys on a ring. You were just one of their options. You were being strung along. Being strung along. No, you're not a string. You're not a key to somebody else's fun. You're not something to be toyed with or humored. Nothing pisses me off so much as being humored. Nothing. You know. Because it wastes everybody's time. And it gives, it forms bonds that are based on string and pages. It's being strung along. I see the energy being dabbled in, and frankly, it continues to hurt you and pisses you off. And your anger's here, your frustration's here. You didn't want to kill it, but you did end up blocking it, bare minimum. Being strung along. And it's unconventional. Yeah, I was about to say, you want to go back to a place of conventional in terms of relationships, ones that, you know, make sense and actually do something. Again, the Empress is the highest producing card in tarot. In other words, productive. You want a productive relationship that's solid. that makes sense, that actually has somewhere to go, somewhere to grow, and actually has love in it. I don't know what this person was offering other than crap. That was never right, and it was never on time, and they refused to learn and or shape or change it. Okay, and his keys on a ring. You were just one of many, I'm sure, they were communicating with. Okay, coffee cup. Yeah, it's either that friend that we had coffees with, or it's upcoming conversing. But yeah, it is being strung along through random cups of insubstantiality, no substance. Yep. Date, meeting someone new, getting back out there, planning, setting a date. I'll tell you, when this person comes in, they come in. They don't fuck around. They're like, I want to plan. Aries, I want to plan. Phoenix, you will rise from the ashes. Trust the process. You will rise from the ashes. I promise. There is growth. There is change. You are change-oriented. Your biggest concern, I will point out, is to make sure that you don't go back to past behaviors and patterns in communication with this person. You've made that clear. You've also made it clear that you have to protect your feelings, so you shut it down. And that tells me, again, you swung very hard in the opposite direction for this person if you're telling yourself to shut the feelings down for this person over and over again. Focus on the foundation, okay? Focus on your future goals. Focus on this incoming person. All that stuff. Listen to your intuition. Learn what it is you need to learn. Go quiet. Go silent. Just don't stop, right? And so that seems what you don't know and what you can't see yet, I see it right here, is that there is incoming energy for you that actually wants you, that actually wants to claim you, and actually wants to do more than just fuck around. And you are going through a new phase. You can't see it right now. You're just focused on what you can do now, what you can control now about you, what you control yourself in now, okay? And you're really taking it as a day-to-day thing. You know, I'm responsible for me, my thoughts, and my energy. I'm responsible for me, my thoughts, my energy. I'm responsible for me, my thoughts, my... You're not thinking about... You're going back to traditional values, but you're not actively looking. Something will present itself to you when the timing is right. You can't see it or sense it right now. You just can't. You're not in that space. That's when I say, and I'm telling you, when it presents itself to you, you will know it. And it will present itself to you. You're not actively looking. You're just like, fuck it, I'm going back to my traditional values. It has to make sense. It has to make sense of a relationship. That's all I know. That's all I know. It has to make sense. But you're not actually looking. Something will present itself to you, rather someone. I gave you some background on them. But yeah, it's like a phoenix rising from the ashes type situation. Trust the process. I know it's for you, honey, it's just getting through the days sometimes at this point, because you had a lot of pain wrapped up into this that you overlooked or tried to manage as best you could. But honey, you know, if you're just a key on somebody's ring, they're just shuffling you around. They don't really care where you land. They just know that you're in their pocket. It's the thing about keys. You can leave them behind and be frustrated by it, but ultimately you can get around it. You know? They had the key to unlock things with you, but they chose not to because you're not the only key on their fucking ring. Okay? Like I said, nothing pisses me off so much as being humored. Well, you shouldn't have picked up my goddamn key to begin with. You know? You do. I know you do. Okay, let's start on some charms real quick. I understand this in my own way. Somebody, it was a subscriber, one of my regular subscribers, asked me, like, what do you like when you get pissed off? What do you do? Like, what are you like when you get really pissed off? Like, do you just lose your fucking mind? Do you start putting holes in the wall? It's like, no. When I'm really angry, when I'm super pissed off, when I am at my wit's end, I go cold. I don't like losing my head. I don't like yelling. I don't like screaming. That's not my gig, man. So people kind of take my reaction for granted, that I'm not angry. Oh, I'm angry. Oh, I'm angry. I just go silent. And some of you are like that. I'm just going silent. I withdraw my emotions. I go cold. That's what the process more or less I'm looking at roughly right here. Anger is not always obvious. Not everybody yells or screams or kicks the wall. You know, it's not always what people think it is. If you ask me, the people who care about you the most are the ones who check on you when you go silent. Those are your people. Those are your kin. That's your family. Be they your blood relatives or not. The people who check on you when you go quiet, those are your real people. Those are the people who actually care about you. Okay. And not send you this erratic shit that doesn't make any sense. You, the busy bee. Yes, I see you doing that. You will be the busy bee. It's part by choice because you do have a foundation you're running. But also in that respect of I just got to take it day by day. I'm responsible and I'm determined to keep myself emotionally detached from this. Seahorse, Pisces. It doesn't have to be. Oh, let me get that away from the microphone. Apologies. Okay. Scorpio, yes, just keep swimming, honey. Like I was talking about the great white shark. It's not true for all sharks, but the vast majority of them, if they stop swimming, they die. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Like I said, for many of you, it's a day-to-day type thing, okay? The zombie, somebody's not living, man. Somebody's not living. It's like they're dead inside. It's like they're dead inside. And they're looking to get some hit, that heat. There's the dragon. That's you, honey. Somebody feels dead inside and they're looking for some heat. You. Dragon. Owl. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yes, I have every reason to believe that's your incoming energy. The one that presents itself so boldly to you in future. You don't see it coming. But when it's there, it'll be very obvious. You won't hesitate. Your natural full energy, the good one, kicks in. Okay? Someone who is wise, someone who is smart. They might be a little older than you. Might be. A little bit. That doesn't make no never mind to me. I don't care about that. That's just a detail. So long as two people are on the same page, I don't give a shit. Life goals, stuff like that. That's what matters. Demographics are exactly that. They're demographics. Okay. The feather, again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, also the thought, the indisputable thought, light as a feather as it might be, it carries with it a great deal of truth. The Ace of Swords, more or less, are the Eiffel Tower. Everybody's getting this. Yes, true romance is possible, and it can also be done in reality. You can have it all. And then also for some of you, that's future orientation. I'm telling you, that is future orientation. For some of you, you'll be going to Paris in future. With or without this person, I do not know. But it is a future trip. Arrow, sign of Sag, but also being struck, like I said repeatedly, in the heart, in small ways, but enough to cause pain over time. And then also being struck by Cupid's arrow, possibly. That's enough. Aries, honey, you put it in the comments as you see fit. There's a lot of rough energy in here today. It's very much like you. I've subjected myself to pain. I own it. I know it. I caused myself harm. Fuck. I need to correct this. I tried to work with it way too long. This is ridiculous. What the fuck was I doing? Wished it never happened. Can't fix that. No going back on that. This fucking thing won't transform. I can kill it. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that. I am going to knock down communication. None. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to block. We're going to go back to family values. Okay, tradition, standards, normatives, because you have very strong beliefs in here. You do. You do. But for some reason, you focused on the micro with this person and completely lost sight of the bigger goal. And that is to actually harmonize with somebody who fucking wants to harmonize with you, who wants to be productive, who wants to have love and sexy sex and a full-on life. And because the Empress is highly sensual, sorry, it is. She's highly maternal, she's highly instinctual, she produces, and there's love, there's romance in here, there's all this delicious energy in here that you actually fully believe in and stand by. And that's what you want to get back to. You're going to analyze this. You're going to continue to kind of remain cold on your emotions, at least when it comes to this person, and that's a forcible thing. You're forcing yourself to do it. But you focus on your foundation, and when you least expect it, an energy will present itself to you that says, I know what you've been through. I know what it's like to have something with somebody that just won't line the fuck up, and I know how frustrating it is. I know what it's like to be used, to be treated as an option. I know. And they micromanage the energy and make it nothing. I know. They're going to tell you that. I have very strong imprints of who this person is. Gemini, Aquarius, possibly. They also have a very large respect for the foundation, but they too also like to open up to what makes them happy. The Fool goes to his 9 of Cups. Okay, you both have that in common. All right. Aries, honey. You put in the comments as you see fit. You've had a full journey here. It's not done. I think you know that. It's not done. You focus on you. It's one day at a time. You're clearly busy. You clearly got stuff to do. You know, I don't know what this person was looking for, other than to alleviate their own boredom. Lack of passion. I don't know, but they treated you like an option. Okay? It reflects, like I said, how someone treats you is how they feel about you. They gave you so little, and you kept trying to work with little. And I said, the little things. It's always the little things. They always add up. The big things take care of themselves. They have to. They're big. But who's looking out for the little things? Here's a good example of that. Because I know where this has come from. I get it. You ever tried a new restaurant? I used to famously try new restaurants all the time. If it was opening night, I was there, right? Loved it. Loved that shit. I'd make reservations, everything. Love it. Love trying new restaurants. I'm a food person. Love me some food. Love to try new things. Okay. Here's what I would always do. Always. This is how I knew it was worth coming back or not. Be it cheap, expensive, whatever. You always order the most basic thing. The little thing. The most basic thing that any menu would have. Burger, fries, whatever. If they can't get that right, it's fucked. This person couldn't even get their basic communication with you right. Nor did they think they wanted to. Because if they really wanted to communicate with you properly and effectively, they would have figured it the fuck out. So no, this one did not pass the sassy restaurant test. It's the little things. Don't forget it, ever. Take care, honey. Be well.